Hi, how you doing? I'm Boyd James, and this is my Ford Bronco. It's a 1968 that we call the Devil Horse, aka the Caballo Del Diablo. I bought this in 2009 on Craigslist, and since then we've pretty much turned it into a proper race car. We've raced 10 Nora Mexican 1000s with 7 wins. And we race in a class called Pioneer 4x4, which is basically a stock class for vintage trucks. It has all original sheet metal except for a fiberglass hood. Very limited suspension. We probably only have 8 inches of travel in the rear and probably a little slightly less in the front. So it's not the greatest ride in the world. This is a vintage truck. So this is a Ford Performance 347 stroker motor. This is a crate motor right from Ford in Detroit. Part of the reason that makes this motor so good for us is it has great power, number one, but not too much. It's got about 350 horsepower. It's got a Holley carburetor, Edelbrock manifold, it's got aluminum heads. We have a CBR dual pass radiator, aluminum radiator. Gets really hot down in Baja. We also have a small external oil cooler to help with those temperatures. The other good thing about this motor for us is that it's a low compression motor, so we can run it on Mexican pump gas, which is not always the best quality. So it's good to not have a high compression motor, and that way we don't have to haul down race gas when we go racing. So our 347 is connected to a Ford C4 automatic transmission built by Cole Hain in Lake Elsinore, California. Even though it's an automatic transmission, it actually has a manual valve body, so we shift through the 3 gears. It also has the original, actually, Dana 20 transfer case. This is what distributes the power for 4-wheel drive. We primarily drive in 2-wheel drive probably 99% of the time. We also have a race radio down here. This radio is good for about 7 miles in the line of sight, but we can communicate with our chase truck when we get close to them. We have a emergency box right here that the co-driver's feet sits on. Inside this box we usually carry a satellite phone, a flask of whiskey, some matches, and a couple of cigars. We usually carry in this box all kinds of fluids, tools, baling wire, duct tape. If last resort, if you can't fix it with baling wire and duct tape, then you're pretty much screwed. This is a CBR transmission cooler with an auxiliary fan. It helps keep our transmission cool, which is really, really important. We have a Jazz 32-gallon fuel cell that gives us about 170 some odd mile range. This truck doesn't get the best gas mileage. It is a race car after all. So we can't go much more further than 170, 173 miles, something like that. These are Yokohama Geolandar MT tires. These are a 33-inch tire that we're only allowed to have a maximum of 33-inch tires. This is a Dana 44 front end from Curry Industries. Stock radius arms, stock buckets for the springs, 2-inch Fox Racing smooth body shock. There's no bypass allowed in the class that we run, so it's just a smooth body shock that we do a lot of valving on. On the rear of the Bronco, we've got a Curry 9-inch. These Deaver leaf springs are in the stock position using the stock mounts that were on this truck when it was built. Again, we've got our Fox 2-inch smooth body shocks. And then, of course, we've got Our Lady Guadalupe protecting us. All right, thanks for checking us out, and please make our truck into a Hot Wheels.